Wandering Village looks like an adorable, lovable city builder. It takes inspiration from many other games in the genre. But does it work overall? Watch on and find out. My name is Thoraxe, and this is Strategy for Busy People. If you've got a few minutes, I'll tell you what to play. Another day, another city builder on Strategy for Busy People. In this installment, we're looking at Wandering Village by Stray Fawn Studio. I've got about 3.5 hours in this game. I waffled a bit back and forth about whether or not to give this game a try. I certainly don't knock games that are in an early access or preview state because I've had some really enjoyable plays out of them. My desire to support my viewers got the best of me though, so I decided to give this cute little thing a try. And that's probably one of the most interesting features of the game, the particularly odd art style. A combination of painted-looking structures and landscapes with cel-shaded type inhabitants gives it a really unique look and feel. When you zoom in, you really see the cutesy attention to detail given to the inhabitants, right down to how they do their individual jobs. Unfortunately, zooming is a bit clunky and oftentimes annoying, but that's really the only major drawback I found in the game. The fundamental premise is that there has been some kind of nasty apocalypse, go figure, and your little band of refugees has encountered a giant sleeping creature. In an act of desperation, perhaps, your band of refugees decides to take refuge on said creature, and the game begins. As you progress throughout the game, you realize that managing the health and wellness of not only your refugees, but also the creature is critically important to success. The creature wanders and your village sits on its back, hence the Wandering Village. Resources on the creature are somewhat limited initially. As the creature wanders and as you expand your village, you get to progress through a fairly typical tech tree that gives you access to additional buildings with their own special functions. One of those special functions is to allow explorers to go out and search points of interest on the map. These points of interest may provide various resources that you need, like rocks or wood, but also provide for additional encounters with other refugees who you can allow to join your village. This part of the game actually felt a lot like the mechanics in Airborne Kingdom, honestly. That's not a bad thing. Those mechanics are new and interesting. In typical city builder fashion, keeping your refugees happy and healthy is accomplished through providing various services to them, mostly in the form of varying food and shelter. An interesting mechanic in the game is how the creature wanders through different biomes, which impact your ability to gather water and/or grow crops. Not all crops grow in all biomes, so making changes as the creature wanders is important to your success, and these crop changes impact downstream things like fancy food made from the crops. Initially, the creature doesn't trust you, but it trusts you enough not to kill you. As you progress, you gain the ability to encourage the creature to follow your directions regarding stopping, turning, going, sleeping, and more. The creature's health and wellness are vital to your village's survival, so directing the creature to make good choices about its actions becomes an important mechanic, too. Allow it to rest in areas where it won't get poisoned or where it can eat, and so on and so forth. At one point, the creature was very tired and decided that it was going to lie down, in poison, only mere feet from a much happier, more comfortable, and less toxic location. But because it didn't have a good degree of trust in my village, it refused my command to keep going and decided to poison itself instead. Lucky for me, one branch of the tech tree unlocks various ways to feed and care for the creature, just like you can unlock ways to care and feed for your villagers. The creature care includes a little trebuchet for launching food, medicine, and other items so that the creature can consume them. This also includes the ability to harvest the creature's poop to use for fertilizer and other purposes too. The game has all the typical city builder tropes you'd expect, like roads and different density housing, and so on and so forth. Before I give my final verdict, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share with your friends. Agree with me? Disagree with me? Or want to see other content? Let me know in the comments below. Want to try this game yourself? Check out my humble affiliate link below. And if you want to support me in making more of these videos, become a patron on Patreon. Your support really makes a difference. The final verdict. If you're looking for a very cute, casual, and slow-paced city builder, Wandering Village has a lot to offer. It features a meaningful amount of strategic depth and interesting choices without ever overwhelming you with levers and options. If you're looking for city skylines levels of management, this game is not that. But if you liked Airborne Kingdom and are looking for a different kind of cutesy city builder with some unique mechanics, this might be your game. On my trademarked 3-point score scale of avoid, meh, and I forgot to eat, plenty of beet stew and corn porridge was consumed by the villagers, and mushrooms were converted to feed for the creature. But ultimately, the siren song of sukiyaki got the better of me, and I bounced out. The game is good, and you should try it. Just be careful with all that creature poop, okay?